how Jimmy Garoppolo is regressing. This is something I've seen. Fans haven't seen it because he went 3 for 3 with 3 checkdowns and 2 checkdowns and a screen, I forget, in the preseason. So what I'm seeing from Jimmy Garoppolo is he's getting a lot of positive press. It's always like Jimmy Garoppolo played really well today in practice, except for the interception he threw. And I'm looking at it like he's thrown a lot of interceptions. I'm charting everything. He's thrown 8 picks in 15 days. His interception percentage is 3.3, which is way above the league average, but it's consistent with what he did last year. And you look at his TD-INT ratio in camp, 9-8. Not good. But you say, it's just camp. It doesn't matter. Well, it wouldn't, except for the fact that his last 11 starts going back to 2019, his TD-INT ratio was 10-10, 1-1. So it seems like this is a trend that goes back almost 2 years. And I feel like either he's regressing or the book on him is so clearly defined that he's kind of falling underneath the weight of it, crumbling underneath the weight of it. What do you think of that?
Since he first came to the 49ers, even though he kind of electrified us after the dark ages, every analyst I've ever heard talk about him, even the most pro Garoppolo analysts, will say, but then he does some boneheaded turnovers.
Yes.
And he throws the ball when you wish he'd hold it or throw it away, and he fumbles it at seemingly inopportune times, and you're wondering why didn't he cover that? Jimmy Garoppolo leaves everybody wanting when it comes to why did he do that? And he doesn't look or feel like a reckless quarterback, and yet the turnover ratio has gone nowhere. So it's definitely concerning. Also, I love the 49ers defense, but we are not exactly known for being the biggest turnover machine defense when we play other teams as far as interceptions go. So the fact that they're teeing off on him.
Well, the nature of the picks are so concerning because it's not like Brett Favre who would see double coverage and he's like, I don't care.
Challenge it.
Yeah, I have the strongest arm in the world. He's not like he's not making gunslinger picks.
He's throwing it and then he does not see it and then he gets angry afterwards because and I think that's the how sincere he is, because he's I love him as a person.
Yeah.
But definitely I think you're right. I think he definitely is not seeing things.
I hear him on the field, like he'll throw the ball and he'll yell like almost before it hits Fred Warner's hands, like, oh my God, I did it again. But I was like, okay, like how do you fix that though? If you're a coach, I wonder, how do you teach a guy to see the underneath coverage when he hasn't seen it for years? I don't get it. Does he have astigmatism? I don't get it. So that's a big problem. And I think, look, real quick, if they let Jimmy start week 1 just to be conventional, it'd be the conventional choice, right? Go with the vet. I don't know how long he'll keep the job. I don't know. I mean, because they're not going to be calling plays for him in the regular season the way they do in the preseason, where it's just 3rd and 15, check it down, call it a completion, call it a day. No, man, you're going to have to make throws to win. And from what I've seen in camp, you're just as likely to throw a pick as you are to throw a touchdown. Jimmy.
Yeah, that's not a good scouting report. That's for certain. No. That's bad.
Yep. Yeah, we're all talking about Trey Lance's readiness. What about Jimmy's readiness, man? I think this is a guy who's still very inexperienced, who's got tough days ahead because the book's out on him. I mean, just to talk a little scheme, you don't have to worry about the zone read. You don't have to worry about scrambling. You don't have to worry about quarterback spies or any type of improvisational play. If he holds the ball longer than 2 seconds, you got the advantage. What you got to worry about is all the throws over the middle. You don't have to worry about throws to the wide receivers outside or deep. You don't have to worry about playing 2 high safeties. I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry how you defend him. And I don't see how he's going to really triumph over that scouting report. He's limited, and you can really prey on those limitations.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Sorry. Will says, a while back I had said Kyle wouldn't like Trey bailing on plays too early, and I think this is him forcing Trey to see the plays develop. He knows he can escape, but he's still forcing him to wait. Yeah, Kyle is in love with his plays, when really in actuality the best play in football is the playground, off-schedule, improv play. That's the best play because the defense can't do really that much.
Yeah, circa Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, all the little tricks that defenses can do when a quarterback's in the pocket are irrelevant. Blitzing, doesn't matter. Whatever disguise you had in the secondary, doesn't matter. Now it's just play man-to-man for 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Good luck. And if you do a good job, he scrambles for 10 yards. So your beautiful X's and O's don't really matter as much anymore. Take your ego out of it, Kyle.
Russell Wilson is the master of that, and I think this person makes a good point as far as like the nature of why Kyle is forcing him to do this, and I think it's evident by his response where that's what we wanted to do.
That's what we always do. It's how we coach quarterbacks. Hey, man.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in coaching a quarterback to your scheme. If you're going to draft him, you scheme for him.
Thank you.
And that's the point. That'd be like doing like, I don't know, like screen passes to Jerry Rice all day.
And that's why I was saying, basically, hey, Kyle, if this is how you want to call plays, you should have stuck to your guns and drafted Mac Jones. This was a Mac Jones play.
Or go insane with the O-line if he's going really to keep Jimmy.
Yeah, or you should have drafted Penei Sewell and stuck with Jimmy. Because everyone's, we like Jimmy. We can win with Jimmy. Well, you don't have the offensive line to win with Jimmy. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to get there in a second, though.
I don't know how much they like Jimmy because they don't give him... There are some holes in the O-line. We'll get to that later.
Johnny says, why do they blitz Lance like that? The Kansas City Chiefs?
To sack him.
To hurt him. To send him to the 49ers. Yeah.
Yep.
Todd says, posted this before the live and had to go back to the work. Sorry, Rosen release means keeping Jimmy for the year unless they trust Sudfeld. Do they trust him? No, they're keeping Jimmy for the year. No doubt. And I think Sudfeld probably goes to the practice squad. They need depth on this team. They don't need 3 quarterbacks.
I think Sudfeld's just good in the video room. I think the film room, that's where he excels.
Exactly.
So they're keeping him for some kind of like scholastic acumen. Yep.
Yeah, he's scout team quarterback.